All right. Well, we would like to thank the tens of you for coming out today.
Right.
So this is Greg, a.k.a. Pickles, and he will be our model today. So everybody, that's Greg.
So, now, just so you know, we've actually stuck some pieces on already. Greg doesn't just look like this anyway. So we've got a quick ball cap, quick back of head, some nice latex ears, just tinted red. So you get I don't know, you can't really tell, but when you get the light through them, they're nice and glow red. So we got that on.
Jump up, kid.
So that we can make a start. So, what are we starting with? Neck. We've got Danny Marie with us as well, who's going to just be giving a hand, and we're just going to start sticking things on.
Sorry about my back there for a second. I got the glue.
All right. So all these pieces are Plat Gel 25, which is the new Plat Gel from Polytech. And the difference being over the Plat Gel 10 is it's a 25 Shore when you just mix the A and B on its own. And then it's got it's all lower viscosity. So it's really nice and fills molds nicely, really quickly. It takes less deadener. So it's kind of 100% deadener instead of 200% deadener to get a prosthetic softness. So.
And it's encapsulated with Super, right?
Super Baldies, these ones, so yeah. So we'll just stick this, get a good position. Okay.
Is that the spot?
I think that's about good.
This is the thinner, yep.
So.
All right.
We're going to start sticking. So we haven't, I mean, Josh doesn't even know what this makeup is yet.
Yeah. All right, and we're off.
So using a silicone adhesive, I think we use it. Is this Josh has got some Telesis, I've got Snappy G.
This is Telesis.
You know, you say tomato, I say tomato, all that kind of things. But now the Telesis is quite fast drying. Whereas the Snappy's a bit slower. I like the kind.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little sexy with Greg. Ladies, seriously. All right, thank you. All right. Well, at least some of you decided to wake up this morning. Thanks.
All right.
I keep sticking my brush to this mic. These guys are going to kill me by the end of this thing. Almost did it again.
So, the thing is, we'll probably need more thinner with that, won't we?
Yeah, it's right here. It's right next to it.
Oh, great. The thing is, we've been trying to keep it a secret what this makeup is.
Yeah.
So, we've got to try and see who guesses first who this character's going to be.
I have this bad habit. It's a good or bad habit, but I either put the brush in my mouth or behind my ear when I wait. And I can't tell you the amount of times I've gone backwards and just glued a brush to the side of my head. Neil, you got the same problem, right?
That's why I've got no hair.
Yeah, exactly. And I've also done this. And oh, come on. All right. All right. Here we go. Yeah, you can put a little touch in there. It'd be great.
So, as I say, this is Plat Gel 25, and it's encapsulated with the Super Baldies. And there seems to be a constant on-running kind of debate over Super Baldies over Baldies.
I tend to use regular Baldies more than anything.
Whereas I tend to be Super Baldies. Yeah.
You know, yeah. This whole regular Baldies, Super Baldies thing, it's the next revolution. All right, let's get this going. All right.
So we started this. When did we actually start this?
Uh,
No, I mean, I don't mean the kind of the idea came. I can't even remember. We were talking about me coming over, and
yeah.
I just said it'd be nice to do a project together.
Yeah, we were just toying with it, figuring out there's something really fun we could do, and then we figured out. You'll see how we sort of split it up, where he was sculpting half in his end of the woods. I ended up sculpting half here, and then what's really fun about it is I think we only saw each other's in the rough forms.
Yeah.
Like we never. So it's kind of fun for us too, because I hadn't seen these yet, so this is a good time.
Yeah, because you saw a rough sculpt I did of the face,
yeah.
You know, but really beyond that.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I like just back to that super baldies and baldies debate. I like the super baldies because it's kind of. I always feel it's stretchier, and I actually think it glues better because it kind of breaks down a little bit with the adhesive and the solvent because it, you know, it dissolves with IPA. So when you put the glue on there, even the glue will kind of bite into the surface a little bit. So
for those of you out there that have only used regular baldies as opposed to super, there is a little bit of a learning curve when you go to do it. With regular baldies, it dissolves with acetone. It just goes quick towards the edge. The super baldies, you have to kind of soak a little bit more with alcohol just to get that starting to goo up a little bit first, and then that's what I found anyway. I just found it's a little touch of a learning curve, you know.
I mean, one of the big advantages is the thing with the IPA is that you can pre-paint the Super Baldies piece really well with just alcohol colors because it actually literally etches the surface. It bites in. So I did, last year I did a movie where we had full body silicone prosthetics and we pre-painted everything with just alcohol colors. And it was so, you know, I mean, this is a complete, you know, silicone body, arms, legs, a lot of kind of contact, and the colors just really bit in. I mean, they become part of the surface. Whoops. Whereas regular baldies, it'll kind of sit on the surface and it won't really bite in. So there's a...
This is alcohol. This is alcohol. Is it too? Oh, okay, excellent. Thank you. All right.
The other thing with Super Baldies is it's a little tougher to get out of molds. It wants to grab a bit.
Yeah.
So you tend to have to...
Now, do you find it, like I find when I'm spraying Super Baldies, like with regular Baldies, you go in, because of the acetone, it just fires off, and it dries really quick. With Super Baldies, I find I have to do a layer, and then hit it with a hairdryer a little bit, just to help that alcohol, you know, kick off a little more. Then I do a layer, and then I hit it with the hairdryer again. It's just, like I said, everything just has that little bit of a learning curve to it.
One of the interests of the Super Bowl is it will actually slush into molds extremely well.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can't spray, if you haven't got airbrushes, you haven't got spray. I mean, airbrushes are not great for laying down baldies anyway because it's so fine and thin. You're better with a bigger gun. But if needs be, if you haven't got kind of a gun and somewhere to be able to spray,
yeah, I tend to
being able to just kind of slush it in and pour it out.
Yeah, I agree. The smaller airbrushes are definitely, it's more of a chore. I actually ended up buying like an auto gun for a sprayer and just hook it up to a compressor and just lay the molds out and just go. But then I can also detail the Ford too, so that's all right.
Okay. You can actually, I mean, speed up the Super Baldies. You can put acetone in it when you're spraying, but you have to be careful not to put too much in because you get this weird effect where if the alcohol has been replaced by too much acetone, suddenly the material goes kind of clumpy in the cup. So you have to keep a certain amount of alcohol in it to make it work. So I never do more, you know, you can do about 3 parts acetone and 1 part IPA and that will work. but you get below that and it will kind of really affect the mix. Right.
Oh, I just got to get this going here.
So.
There's one little piece right here. Sure, Neill's done first. This edge just doesn't want to move. Gotcha. Okay. Awesome.
Right, so.
Next.
We'll get ready for the face piece.
All right. How's it feel, Greg? All right?
Yeah, it feels great.
Okay.
All right. We tend to beat on Greg a little bit. Okay, where's that glue thinner? Awesome.
So this is a really big, thick silicone piece on the mouth.
You want me to tack the chin? Put a little bump on the chin there. There you go. A little tack just to help hold it up.
Okay, Danny, can you just put a finger up at the side there?
Getting any ideas yet? Come on. Is it easier if we...
Yeah, I will do in a second.
Yeah.
Just so, it might be easy if I just get this side located.
I'll just put a little tack here just to take some of the weight. That's all.
So I might go with the big brush.
All right.
So when gluing, it's one of those things, you know, sometimes people use a very tiny brush and really big areas, you just want a big brush.
Yeah.
Just get in there and put a lot of glue down. Can you take that for me? Okay, let's get this position good. So it's all about positioning.
It's all on the wrist.
If you get it kind of wrong to begin with, there's not a lot of coming back from that. You've got to really just make sure, because this has got a couple of quite thick overlaps going on in places.
All right.
A dot there.
You good? You want me to start over here?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I'll do a little tack. Okay. What do you think, Neill?
So, got this guy up there. There.
Yeah. And it's working as a team is one of the, I find, the greatest things you can do in makeup. But what one person inevitably always does is Neill sculpted this part of the makeup, so he knows the position where they fit on the face. So sometimes it's better to just step away for a second, let the person who actually sculpted that section, who knows where it fits, let him tack that area down and then come back in and sort of help him out.
Okay, so this is all good.
This is good?
Yeah, so if we get that. Yep.
Oh, I have one, yes. It's in there.
I mean, the other thing to keep in mind when applying big silicone pieces, you would normally recline
Got him.
the subject, because then you're not fighting gravity. Here, we've got this weight of material. We're having to just find against it to keep it up and out of the way and in the right place, whereas...
How does that look to you? Good?
That's good, that's good. Let me just... That looks good. Yeah.
All right.
So...
And away we go.
Let's just split the middle now. So I kept this little bridge intact just to stop it not flopping about, but now... You cut that. And use this brush just
All right.
for me.
Thank you. Yeah, the whole Super Baldies, regular Baldies is very East Coast, West Coast reminiscent, right?
Yeah. So what's the what? So
reminds me of the old
guys are
rap
regular
battles from years ago. You go with that goes all the way to the corner, or just like that?
Let's see, it's kind of there.
There, you got it. Beautiful. Yeah. All right.
Then we need a splash of thinner in that.
Yeah, it's the only thing with Tails is it does. You have to just keep thinning it a little more and a little more. It will start getting thick on you. But I love it. I'm going to switch brushes there for a second.
So again, when gluing, you always put the piece all the way back to where it's going to go. Make sure everything's sitting right, and then you press down, and then bring it back down. And again, I'll take the big brush for a moment. Okay.
Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Thank you.
Little injection port.
So this, the pieces, it was all sculpted in Chavant NSP medium, and then split and floated, and then all the molds, just for speed, were just fiberglass. And Josh had sent me a live cast a few weeks back. So
yeah, Greg was a good volunteer, so we took a live cast of him, and then I just shipped it over. And then from there, Neill did everything. And then what I did here is, you can see, we have arms that we're still going to put on them. So we got that. So that part, poor Greg, he came into the shop one day after a 12-hour day of work. I just sit in the chair. We had to do head, arms, everything. But you know what? That's what the assistants are for, right? Look, open and look up for me. Okay, just look up a little bit.
So yeah, it was all fiberglass molds, and then we release. Ultimately, we just mostly use a Vaseline release.
Yeah.
It's just the simplest thing. After all the kind of messing around with various layers of things, I just find the thing that works best, especially on things like fiberglass, is just Vaseline. Just
straight up Vaseline. Everybody, everybody's trying to find that perfect release. But a really nice trick to do is if you're using Vaseline in a mold that's a little more porous, like if you have to use a stone mold or something, you brush a little Vaseline in, hit it with a hairdryer, and liquefy the Vaseline, and then brush it around. And when it makes it super, super thin, and it gives you like this micro layer of Vaseline, but it's in there now, and it's easier to brush around more liquid like that.
And this is, I mean, again, just in that debate of the material, one of the things I like about the Super Baldies is you can actually wash it. You can put it in water. You can use soapy water, and when it comes to cleaning off release agents and things like that, it's really easy to get it clean because it doesn't go white in water. Right.
All right.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, it's sort of funny. You think about the Vaseline release and everything. It's like you spend all this time, like just working with all these chemicals and this and that and creating the new greatest thing. And then it's like you just go back to some of the things you've already had,
Another good trick, what we do is, because the Vaseline can make a very shiny surface, you kind of got to really thin it out and get as little in there as possible, but you tend to have, say, a little bit of a sheen still. So to avoid your pieces being super shiny, what I do is just take a bit of talcum talcum powder and get the mold. And once I've finished doing all the Vaseline and everything's dry, just blow a kind of puff of air of powder, and it coats the surface, so it kind of pre-powders the inside of the mold really lightly. And then airbrush on top of that, and your pieces come out mattified.
Oh, hey, look. It's filling up a little bit more.
Look, there's
a little bit more. It's filling up. Stop it. And now, the one little mistake you usually see happening with silicone, because silicone has that real good play in it, is sometimes you'll see people overstretch. So as they're laying the piece down, they pull it a little too far. So what's going to happen is no matter how good of an edge you get, as it comes back, you're going to just get wrinkles. So it's kind of like, it's a real fine line between just stretching it enough just to get it flat and crossing over a little too far. Okay. Right here. Close your eyes for a second, Greg. Okay, Greg, do me a favor. Just look up for a second there. And try not to glue your eyelashes down. There you go. Okay, now close a second. Okay. You're good.
Okay, just open your mouth a little. Okay.
All right. Okay. So we're getting close. It's but it's not Peter Griffin, but it's there. Beautiful. I'm going to use this here. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it because I'm using it. All right. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh.
There you go. Okay. We're getting close.
Okay, close your eyes.
Just get a little bit of glue here. That's okay. Is that little, yeah, the small brush? Where'd it go? I don't see it. No, the brush, the small blue brush. What did I do with it?
Was it
That's
that
all
one?
right. I lost it.
Is it that?
Yeah, that one. There we go.
Neill stole it.
Neill.
Oh, you've got to watch your brushes. I'm like a magpie. Is that, what's that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's nice.
Plus, I will say the good thing about Super Baldies is, like, I know that when we're melting an edge on something with regular, yeah, we use a little bit of acetone. We're only using a touch, but there's still that acetone smell, you know. And even though alcohol does have the smell too, it smells a touch better. It's like me. I tend to smell a touch better. Is the glue? Do we have the glue?
Just behind you.
Just behind me. I love it that they put the two makeup guys with heavy accents on a stage, England and Jersey. And you okay, Greg? Mm-hmm. Doing good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Reaching into your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Actors love when you reach into their mouth, especially when you have really good paint-covered and glue-covered fingers. They dig that. They really like that. All right. I don't mean to steal that. Oh, that's glue, right?
Okay.
That's okay. I got this. Look up for me. All right. I really want you to talk with a Rhode Island accent right now. Okay. What are we moving on to next? We got the nose piece. We're going to go on to that.
So I've pre-removed the cat plastic from in the nostrils, obviously, because it helps to breathe. And this sits just there.
Right there?
Yeah, so we'll get a little blob on the end of the nose.
All right. Morning. How you guys doing, all right? Everybody's all right? Is everybody all right? Jesus, what are y'all? You're all hungover. Oh, I see a couple of dirty stayouts out there. That was the last instruction I gave Greg last night was, I know you're 21 and single. Please don't go out drinking till 5 a.m. We have to glue stuff to you in the morning. This goes right into that bag, right? Like right into that eye bag? Perfect.
Yeah, it sits, that line just sits, follows the...
Awesome.
There.
Oh, gotcha. Like I said, you hear me referring back to Neill, but it's, like I said, he sculpted these pieces. He knows exactly where they're supposed to lay, so it's just easier to follow where he's saying at this point,
And this is quite the pieces here, there's some really big thicknesses. Trying to break this down is quite tricky.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
And where to put these lines, I mean, it kind of breaks down in a slightly odd way, but it really was the only practical way without making some enormous steps.
And by the way, this is why all makeup artists eventually have the worst backs on the planet.
Yeah.
Because we're always like this.
Well, the thing is nowadays, the chairs are all tiny. Every time I turn up and the chairs are kind of so low, you're looking for the foot pump and there's no, it's not going to raise up. You end up just crouching down, trying to glue pieces on.
Just close your eyes. No, actually open and look up, sorry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It needs to pull down a bit.
Checking where that's
Right
on the lip. I haven't. There we go.
Yeah, I haven't glued that down yet.
Yep,
We're good?
We're good.
Now, the other thing with Super Baldies that I've noticed is that Telesis or the Telesis thinner sometimes can actually dissolve the Super Baldies if you use a ton of it. You know, so if you're flooding under a piece and you hit touchdown with the Super Baldies, it may dissolve your edge before you're ready. So it's just, you know, glue management, I guess is the best term.
So your way of telling me you screwed up an edge?
No. Yeah, well, 6. A few. Oh, we've all screwed up an edge. Let's be fair about it. It has the tiniest little hole in it, but I think we're fine. There's a little hole in the piece itself, but it's down. Life is good. Okay. Say hi to the folks, Greg. Okay, close your eyes for a second. Perfect.
So I'll just have a little rest while Josh catches up.
Oh. Oh, that's how the rest of this is going to go, huh?
Coke break.
That's not, okay, I see. Gloves are off, baby. All right, I think I'm good on this side. Oh, I think I'm done. Where's Neill? I don't know where he went. All right. Just the, oh, I got his right here. Open your mouth just a little bit. Yeah, we wrestled them on pretty good. You okay, Greg?
Now I'm just trying, I've got the forehead piece, I'm actually just trimming out around the eye socket because it's that kind of area where trying to bleed away using the alcohol can be uncomfortable, and really it doesn't need that much blending as such, just because the edge is kind of going inwards. As long as it lays down okay, you're really never going to see it once there's colour on there. So rather than trying to actually dissolve it while it's there, it's nice to just not have to worry about that bit, because a bit of alcohol in the eye is always a good way to kind of make yourself unpopular.
Selfie, stage selfie. Okay, let me just grab that off and we're done. Yes, I know, I'm taking forever. All right, hit it. Let's do it. Oh, it didn't stick.
So this edge here, you know, as a sculpture goes, it was so deep. There's literally just two curved areas that join. There's no actual blend as such. It just creates that crease there. Just an easy way to hide a join.
Sorry, ladies. I got to close them up a bit. Apologize about that. The censors asked us to.
And again, as a sculpture, you know, there's a lot of expression in the sculpture because of what the character is.
Oh, that's
Who's
great.
figured it out? Come on, we all must know what it is. Thank you. Go on. Who is it? Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Come on. See, we have nice forearms to go on still. What's that? That was the giveaway, yeah. I know. We're not good at secrets. Neill and I wouldn't have done well in the war.
Now, it's really crucial with the forehead to get it really well centered, because if you're slightly off on one side, it's going to put
You tell me where
more
that
pressure on the other side.
Beautiful. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to get me a bigger brush. I'm just going to switch brushes.
Close. So this goes to this fold, right in that first fold there? Like that?
It's
Beautiful.
just there, yeah.
Beautiful.
Might need just a little tug to there.
Close your eyes. Where's that thinner? Is that thinner? Beautiful. Close your eyes.
And just a little thing on brushes. I used to just get a lot of cheap brushes and art brushes mainly, because glues and everything, you don't want nice makeup brushes, but I've just been using these. This is the Bedelium Tools effects series, which are really...
Was it what, Tom Supernaut stuff, right? The Tom Supernaut brushes?
Yeah.
The effects ones, yeah.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of them, and they're really good.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
They're nice brushes. And it's just, they're designed for it, rather than trying to kind of mess around with art brushes and try different things. These just work really well, so...
Yeah. I buy these, all my glue brushes I get from either Pearl or Blick. I think this brush was $6. Like, they're just glue, yeah, that's all, yeah. All right. Okay, let's switch to the smaller one in there. I keep them hiding in there.
So again, just round eyes is always tricky. So I trimmed away a lot of the flashing just to leave just a little bit of overlap there. Now I'm going to glue, but it's very tricky. So if you want to close your eyes, if I put pressure on here, it just pops that edge up, and I can pop my brush under and just run the brush underneath. But I'm mostly actually gluing the back of the piece rather than the skin. Pop that in there. And there we go.
Thank you.
I also find I like to...
Well, yeah, a living, breathing table behind us. There we go.
when poking kind of into the corner of the eye, rather than trying to get your finger in there, I'll just use a nice soft brush and you can put quite a lot of pressure and it really pop edges down. Oh, that appears to be a slightly dirty brush.
All right, where's that glue?
Color on that, it's nothing terrible. Oh, that happened.
Close your eyes.
So obviously the idea with this character is just trying to bring Popeye into the real world while keeping it very distinctly Popeye, you know. I mean, I love
it's really easy, like obviously with Popeye, just to go super cartoon with him and just like make it big and huge. But like Neill was just saying, to try and sort of ride that line between cartoon and real, hopefully we hit it. Okay, hold on, let me just powder him. Okay.
And again, it's kind of trying to sculpt expression, but without too much expression that stops the face. If you kind of over put the expression in there, it means the face can't really do anything of its own. So it's trying to get a little bit of expression, but keep it loose enough so that you can still get a performance. Close your eyes a second.
No.
Can you see what he's doing to me, Neill?
What's he doing?
I'm covering her and flashing.
On purpose.
He's flashing at you?
I flashed her. I have officially flashed her.
So anyway, I'll take another breather while Josh can.
Yeah. You relax there for a second. Well, you know, to be honest with you, the pieces really aren't the best. You know. You guys see what I'm dealing with, right? I mean, this is. Let me just. Thank you. Okay, let me just do around the eye, and life is good. Close your eye. That's it. Let me just powder you again. Close. All right.
Close your eye, mate.
Are we gonna stipple? You want to stipple around a little bit or no? The edges and stuff? No?
No.
You happy? You happy?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. We're getting there. Woo. Okay.
Okay, so.
So now, do we want to throw? Do you want to throw those on?
Yeah, let's
do it. So
do arms.
You're the right side over there. Let's do this. Let's get these suckers going.
So.
And these are made, so these arms are going to come just sort of up onto the bicep.
Okay. So let's take a look.
Yeah, this is yours.
Oh.
This is the right, so I'm just taking the pins out. So here you go. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How's that?
And these are regular baldies, so.
Great.
How are we doing on time? I think we're doing good, right?
I think so. When are we supposed to finish? We got half hour.
Yeah, you got like 40 minutes.
Cool.
Oh, all right.
It's the. You've lost it. Oh, is it? Oh, it's there.
Okay, Greg. It's sexy time. Let's get the arms out of there. Sexy time for Greg. Lice, look at this. Are you kidding me? Usually this is the 10 o'clock show, but you know. All right, so here we go. So let's see. I just put him. This is the left. He's got the right. Here we go.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, oh, that's okay. Oh, it's okay. So just leave your arms just a little straight. So I curl this just a touch, because that's the way it was in the mold. Bend your, oh, wait a second. Oh, that's why it's got to go a little higher. There we go. Bend your arm just a touch. Just like that for a second. I'm just going to tack the top down.
Okay.
And this is, so we're going to need acetone for that. Where's the glue?
Just straighten out a little bit.
It should be up a little high, yeah. The elbow should match the elbow. Okay. Okay. Really should have like a 3-inch chip brush for this part.
Yeah. Oh, no, it'll be fine.
No, it's fine. I figured, he's Popeye, so I kind of threw just a little bit of tan onto the arms, just, All right, let's bend this back down just a touch there. Perfect.
Bend a little.
Give me your arms, follow that. Okay. Just going to do a little tack around here in the forearm. Okay, let's bend just a touch. What I did when I took his arm cast, right before I sculpted them, I just sanded the whole stone cast down first, just to take like a 1/16 of an inch maybe off of the whole cast, just to shrink his arms a little bit. So hopefully these will fit just a little bit tighter. So, ow, I'm all caught up here. There we go. Thank you. I'm just gluing. You know what? I'm not gluing the entire arm down. I'm just kind of tacking the forearm area down. And I over-accentuated the elbow a little bit because Popeye's got those ridiculous elbows.
So these were all stone molds, yeah?
No, I did a recast. No, these actually,
right.
The arms were epoxy. Yeah, they were epoxy and syntactic positive, and then an epoxy and syntactic negative portion of the mold. And I was toying with doing like a collapsible core and making a one piece, and then I just ran out of time, so I said, it's okay, I'm happy with a 2-piece mold. We can seam it. And then these are gel 10. So these are Platsil gel 10 encapsulated with regular baldies. Oh yeah, this will be a good time taking off of you too.
Okay.
Can we just step forward just half a second? There you go. All right. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay.
So,
this is why we also, all makeup artists have bad knees, too. I know some of you think it's for another reason, but it's not.
not begging for jobs?
Yeah, pretty much. You'll give me work. I'm sorry, it was cold and I needed the ride. Is that too blue for the morning show?
Now, I've got a little
You got a
bit of
little-
bagginess here. I'm a little...
Yeah,
So I'm just going to
Yeah.
take a dart out.
there you do. Cut it up. Turn your hand. No. Turn that way just a touch. It's going to wrinkle, but we're okay with that.
So I'm going to be using them.
Okay. See that glue, please? All right. And then you know what, maybe I'll throw, as soon as you're done, I'll throw the tattoos on. Okay. All right, I'm good with that, thank you.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, so what I did, I don't know if you can see there. So I had a bit of bagginess here, so I've just taken a kind of little dart out, a point, cut a piece out, glued one side, lined up the other, trimmed, and then just kind of pushed them back together. And there's a little seam, but I could just put a bit of something over that and hide it. But there was just a bit of looseness there.
I feel like you're insulting my pieces, man. I feel like you're insulting me.
Doesn't need me to insult them.
Hey. Son of a bitch. That's it. I'm throwing your tea somewhere.
I'm leaving now.
It's getting ugly
I'm
up
back
here,
here.
man.
You have to referee.
I'll just have to go in opposite directions.
How you guys doing, all right? Yeah. Taking a 2-minute break. Wow. Now that's a greasy looking guinea right there. Look at that guy. Oh, shine.
Okay, so we have...
Okay. Now let me just powder that before you start messing my stuff up. It's right here then.
Is that the acetone?
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, I'm not too worried about up here because the costume's going to come to right about there. But, you know, we'll know it's there. So I could just, you know, just tear it. I need the glue. You got the Galaxy glue? Galaxy glue. Okay. We are.
So Josh and I first met in Los Angeles at the IMATS. You know, remember?
Yeah, I sort of remember it. That was the day Neill and I met was the longest 3 days of my life. I gotta be honest with you. It was, the glue.
But then we first worked together on a Lady Gaga shoot.
Yeah, we did. We were working on, what was that, Born This Way?
On the promo.
Let me tell you what.
Shot here.
It was negative 10 degrees.
No, it was 16.
Yeah, it was 16, negative 16. We were on the water in Long Island City, putting these pieces on and these dancers, and we're all just like, I can't do this anymore. It's cold. And we were like 3 20-hour days.
Well, it was a building like this, but it had a big open section, and it was a night shoot, and it was minus 16.
Yeah.
And we arrived, and they put up an easy up and a couple of chairs and said, work there. And we're like...
No.
It is frozen. It is freezing, literally.
So, so they gave us this little room, and we had like, it was these cheek and forehead, like little appliances about this big. So every day that we're taking them off, I don't know, even when we started it, we all just started thwack to the ceiling. By the end of the job, the ceiling in this place looked like it had acne. We were tired and cold. Leave us alone.
Extremely. And one of the most memorable things from that was learning what hairstylists on fashion do.
What's that?
Remember the girl who had her hair?
Oh, yes.
All kind of, because you know, you put on a makeup, you stay with the makeup and you take it off at the end and you clean up and you do the whole thing. We couldn't believe it. We were doing this shoot and all these girls were having this amazing kind of stuff put in their hair. Someone hadn't she put plaster or something in her hair? Something crazy.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the shoot, they were nowhere in sight. They'd all gone home. So when they're kind of taking their prosthetics off going, well, who's going to do your hair? And they're like, they've all gone.
That's it.
So
they
we
left.
were trying to, this poor girl, her hair was just caked. I don't know what they put in there.
It was like, I think it was gaff quat, but it wasn't the good water-based gaff quat.
It was like gaff quat and gypsum or something.
Yeah, it was like the good old-fashioned plutonium-based gaff quat, you know?
Do you want to sit down again?
No, you guys want me to stay?
No, I'm going to start on your head. So
You start the head, I'm going to start throwing tattoos.
Yeah. So yeah, we.
Do you want the?
I just couldn't believe that.
You want the flocker?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to colour up,
Yep.
and then we'll see if we can do a bit of flock. So.
Yeah, I think I'm still a little tired from that first meeting in LA, man. I got to be honest. That was rough. That was a fun year. No. So I made these tattoos. And I don't know where the camera is, right? I made these fun tattoos, and just because I'm the world's largest nerd, right in there it does say Josh, and it does say Neill. Yeah, but there it is. Oh, it's sweet.
Bromance.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Josh is
It's a long distance love.
my brother from another mama.
My sister from another mister.
So the ears, as you notice, are quite bright red, stand out a mile. I'd say they're just latex, hollow, regular latex. And the reason for that is this nice light through. So I'm just going to color the ears first. I'm just using grease, just a Kryolan super color palette.
Okay. So really quick, just something about tattoos. It's probably something stupid to say, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I've actually seen people that'll just do that with the tattoo and leave like all this paper on and then go throw it on somewhere, and you're going to just have this solid block of adhesive now on somebody's skin. You really want to get everything that you can. I mean, some tattoos are intricate enough that the night before we'll lay out, you know, like those cutting boards, and we'll just sit with razors and get every little hole out, every little line out, just so the only place that there is glue is on the tattoo. So I'm not doing that right now, but I'm going to get as close as I can.
Those ones.
But yeah, you don't want, oh, the other one, oh my God, I was on set one day. This is my favorite story. And this person's yelling at me, these tattoos don't work. They don't work. They don't stick. And I'm going, what do you mean they don't work? I don't get what you're saying. Why don't they work? They're going, see, they don't stick. And I went, see, you got to pull the plastic off the front, like, which I can't grab right now, but there's a so they weren't pulling the plastic off, and they're going, no, it doesn't stick. And they're yelling at me, and I'm going, come on, it's too early to be yelled at right now. Any questions? Awesome, great, thanks. No, one at a time. Go ahead. There is adhesive. Yes, there is. We cover this in an adhesive, so you want to cut away everywhere that's not the tattoo. Otherwise, you're just adding adhesive to an area of the skin that doesn't need it. And you can always go in with just a little 99 and a Q-tip and sort of dissolve away if there's any excess glue on the edge.
So what's the adhesive?
Yeah, that's awesome. What's that?
What adhesive?
The adhesive's just Prozaid. And I know some people say Prozaid, but I like saying Prozaid. I like it better. All right, so do me a favor.
Prozaid for me, but
yeah. Well, I say it because we're pros that use it. It's you know. Okay. put that bad boy on. Let me get some water. Oh shit, do we have water up here? Yeah, we do. And then it's just a little water on a powder puff. And it's like, you know, it's like those temporary tattoos you used to get out of the bubblegum machine as a kid. And don't, when applying either tattoos like this or transfers or anything in that way, don't force the paper. Let it, keep wetting it and keep wetting it until you see it start to pull away. If you try to get the paper off, you're going to pull your tattoo or your appliance off. So just take your time. Just keep wetting it, and you can see how like these edges are already starting to just pop off on their own. And there you go, that's one. I'll throw a little paint over that in a minute. All right, you can put that one down. How are we doing? We got enough. Oh, look at you. Thank you so much. You know what? You're more than just a walking table. Oh, wait, though, is that the bigger one? Yeah, I was going to use this one. Yeah. Yep. And this is it. This is the only one we need. Okay. You have been, first off, I got to be honest with you. I'm joking with her, but thank God she's up here, because this is the biggest help I've had all day. Applause now. Yeah. You're going to go hide under the table now? Nah, don't do that. We all, yeah. Okay, lift your arm up just a touch there.
So, IPA.
Lift your arm up. I forget which way I put it. Aha! There we go. Okay, you can put that arm down. And we're committed. That's it. That's where it's going. Can I have that, the Evian spray? Right there in front.
Oh,
right there,
so
there
demanding. My Evian.
My Evian, I need to be misted. It's a little warm up here.
So I'm going to start coloring the face using alcohol colors.
And then I'll start coloring the arms just a little bit. I'll throw a little paint there.
I've got European body art palettes, which I've found. They're great fun, these palettes. What's great about them is that everyone's get those alcohol palettes and you kind of use a little bit of color and then you've kind of made a hole. And now you're kind of going out either refill. And people say, yeah, you just buy the bottle, pour in and refill and it will dry. And it takes like days to dry. And it takes like a huge bottle to fill one time. Well, these, you get little magnetic trays with refills. So you can make up your own palette. You buy the empty palette, you buy all the individuals, you make up the colors you want, and if you use one up, you just buy the individual thing, pop it in, and it's there. It's fantastic. It's one of those things you just kind of think, why didn't anyone think of that years ago? Why have we all been literally throwing away palettes or having loads of palettes with individual colors missing? And they smell good. They smell cherry. So this is, I mean, these are palettes I've just made up from individual colors I've bought. So I've kind of got a general one I use for regular flesh tones, blending, and then I've got a kind of character aging, for blues and darker colors. Yeah. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of reds, warm up the face.
I'm going to be using crayons to finish up what I'm doing. No, I'm just, it's funny because we've done a few makeups together, Neill and I, and it's always, he's on one side with a chip brush and I'm on the other side with an airbrush. And it's just really, it just makes me laugh because it's just whatever you prefer, whatever you like. It's sort of the same finished product, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, he's trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I just find, I've just got this thing with airbrush, I don't get on with them. You know, I use them for various, you know, if it's a fancy type thing, but I just, it drives me slightly nuts because I'm always chasing the color, trying to change colors, and I'm just airbrush clogs. In the end, I just give up. I love chip brush, brushes and chip brush.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, silicone pieces, you know, you haven't got the redness in there, so I'm putting the warmth, bit of life back into it.
Excuse me one second.
Come back. Don't leave me up here.
Looks like I shouldn't have made fun of that chip brush thing too. We don't have power for my compressor. So anyway, what I was saying is chip brushes really are the only way to paint a prosthetic. Anybody who uses an airbrush is a jerk. I feel like Clark Griswold.
Point proven.
Nah, dead. Like my career. Oh my God, why is your shirt off? This is so weird. Did they give me, what's that?
Plug in here.
What's that?
Plug in here.
Oh yeah? How much room? No, I got this. You know, this needs to plug in here.
Yeah, I think I saw.
All right, we'll wait a second. Gotcha. All right.
How's that airbrushing going, Josh?
The airbrush is great. It really, the airbrush saves a lot of time when you're on set. And really, I mean, I'm just gonna, really what I'm doing is, the plug works fine. I'm just sort of letting him catch up. Is really what I'm doing.
Just give us the tube, Al.
Yeah. Right through it. All right. I guess we're going with a flicky. That's no problem. I'm gonna steal one of your chip brushes if you don't mind. You got an extra one? You got an extra one?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. But this is why knowing a bunch of techniques is a good thing. See, you asked the right people. The best part is going to be when I plug it in and the compressor explodes. Just in case. Hey.
Yeah, I always keep a spare chip brush in case one, clogs or
no clogs,
runs
really.
out of power or anything.
It's good, you know.
Hey!
We did it! Yay! Life is good. All right, so. And for today, today on the menu, I'm just using good old-fashioned straight-up Illustrator right now.
So you see, with the red on, it just already starts to bring it to life a lot more. Now, it's kind of a little bit of age in the sculpt, bit of character age, so I'm going to throw a lot of sort of broken down sun damage and things like that. He's a good old sailor, so he'll have been out in the elements a lot. So I'm just going to get the reds to the level I want.
Hey! It's a flood. And chip brushes never spill either, which is good. They never really spill. So just throwing a couple of colors on there. Nothing fancy. Spilled again. Usually you have those nice sleeves for your cup so you don't spill, but what's the fun in that?
So when laying down these, I'm just using these kind of nice, fluffy, it's just a lot of little points. I don't know, what's the proper name for this? It's just a...
It's a dual fiber brush.
A duo fiber brush. Dual fiber brush. It's a brush.
With two fibers.
But it's got the kind of extended little points, and it's just great for this kind of stippling and mottling. It's really quick. Doesn't need power.
Doesn't spill. You know, doesn't do a lot of things. But you know, what are you going to do? Oh, hello. Let me see your other arm there, Greg. I'm going to reach over me. Oh, you know what? Let's just throw that across. Do me a favor. Let's just throw that, because I'm guaranteed I'm going to spill this on you, because I is a slob. And then this is it. This is the old trick. If you're really in a hurry to paint, you just make a little bit of pressure on top of that cup, and it just throws paint right out of that gun. It's unbelievable. Turn. Lift up there. Turn this way. Boom. That's that. Turn. That's good.
Okay. Now, if you keep your eyes closed, I'm going to do flickering colors.
Okay.
So lots of kind of mottling and a few different tones. I'm now kind of looking at what Josh has done on the arms and just try and start to tie it in a little bit with that. If you keep your eyes closed.
I was just trying to throw, I mean, I hope it comes across. I was just trying to throw like a little tan, a little like maybe a couple of sunspots, things like that on the hand, just so it wasn't such nice skin, you know? Okay, let me see you here.
And one of the colors that you always find is kind of missing whenever you get a palette and the flesh tones and things, blue is such an important color to making flesh tones work. And it's usually the thing that's missing from a lot of flesh tones. So, I mean, this palette I've made up, it's got 2 different blues in. So that I can mix with these blues and just break down these flesh tones and makes these kind of very muddy colors, but they're very, you know, the pieces are nice, kind of pinky, you know,
perfect,
warm color. But I like some dirty colors just really start to age and... What?
I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing because I make messes. I love making messes.
Oh, you've done it again.
So airbrushes really are nice and neat, and especially when in the hands of a child. Especially when your chair is 14 feet away from the guy. All right. We're just going to clean up our mess.
So yeah, this color I'm putting on here is this. You can see it's like this green, muddy, horrible color, but it's really going to kind of add a nice sort of age and little broken downness to it. It's all right, leave it there.
All right, let me see your hand here for just 1 second. Turn.
So what I'm trying to do is get lots of dots of color. As I say, I'm going for that sun damage, broken down skin look. And the nice thing again with the palette is you can just, you know, you dip in one color, you can kind of add another color, and you can just, all I'm doing is keep shifting the color slightly each time. So I'm just putting variations, more layers, add more depth. And I'll do stronger concentrations of color at times, so you get kind of heavier freckles, break it down, wash it down a bit more, make it thinner, and you just build up nice layers which start to really look very fleshy. And normally, you know, when you're doing this kind of thing, where you're not coloring on the face, you want color on the face while doing a test, but then keep those pieces and then pre-paint based on the test pieces, so you're just doing some finishing color.
And along the same lines of what Neill was saying about throwing like some big spots and things like that, about finish it, but when I start to get done, I just kind of step back a little bit and then just kind of throw a little tap, and I like to throw a couple of just spatters in there. And you get these nice little, and then take them down a bit, and they sink down a little bit, makes it nice.
Close.
We're getting there. Okay.
And I'm literally using things like blacks to mix and blues to mix with the flesh tones to really, muddy them and mess them up and take the warmth out of them and put a bit of more age into there. Sorry? 10 minutes.
10 minutes. And then I'm throwing, same thing, I'm just throwing a little blue just on the top. I just, just kind of bringing things together. Sorry, my back is towards you.
What color is it?
Those are Greg's favorite color, blue. And he never wants to put in anything. All right.
There's a little edge there. That's okay.
Boom.
Just put your lips together for a moment or else they'll stick together.
Okay, and then I'm just throwing a little, this is like a cedar brown color just at the end, like really low, and I'm just giving like freckles and little things like that. Turn. Oh, let me see your arm this way. Okay, you're good. Let's see the tattoo.
Close your eyes again.
Sorry about my back. Okay. How you doing, brother?
Getting there.
We are looking good.
So this is again, it's like a dark brown, a cedar brown type color. Just to add that kind of good age. The skin art, it's a very sloppy way to paint, but it's very organic. I mean, the problem you get is sometimes people get too precise with their paint job, and it loses anything organic about it. It's something natural. You've got to allow kind of happy accidents to happen, weird little blobs to land on the skin and just break up what you're working.
It's just a little olive adjuster I'm just throwing in, just so there's something interesting for the eye to see. Okay.
So I'm just doing more red now, but just kind of harder dots, kind of broken capillary, that kind of feel.
All right.
So it's just a kind of closer but slow flick, and that gets more dots going on there. And break it up a little bit more.
Might as well get on the phone with the chip brush, right? I don't want to miss out on all the fun.
I'm going to do a little beard color because, again, if it's a male face,
Lift up.
You kind of expect to see a beard line of some sort.
Lift up. I want to get that tattoo a little bit. All right, so it's a flickathon. Where are my grapes? How we doing? How we doing on time? We good? 5 minutes. We're all right. We got nothing to worry about.
Close your eyes.
Is there something on stage next?
No.
The heck with them. Lift up.
So I'm just going to go around the eyes. I'm using a grease palette because it's just nicer around the eyes than a lot of alcohol color, which can really
What,
Thing of the eyes. Close your eye.
what color you
I'm
got?
just using a regular Kryolan super
Right.
color.
Are you saying that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, looks great.
It's kind of okay, isn't it? I'll steal a little bit of that.
Do it, man.
Just
Good-
a
good
little
stuff.
bit of blue to deepen this area.
Beauty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm just a little bit of shadows and things. Just
Do you want me to throw in a little stubble?
I've done a bit. I'll come on with a little bit more actually. Yeah, go ahead and.
What's that?
Yeah, I've got some here. I'll just throw this on quick.
Oh, okay. I got the liquid if you need it.
We're good.
Yeah, awesome.
So we're
So
close.
you ready? You ready back there? All right. Oh, yep. Oh, we forgot about those. How could we forget about those? I got the right side or the left side, however you want to look at it. However you want to look at it. Where's the glue?
Now the idea was to kind of have this one. He's always got kind of
Yeah.
odd eyebrow. No, I'll leave Josh to glue it while I just finish off the stubble.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Is that an eyebrow?
Yeah. Is that a eyebrow?
Is it?
A eyebrow? Have that? He's looking like a palookas. He's one tough kazookas. All right, man.
Okay.
How's it feel?
Good.
Feels good?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Don't you just want to punch him?
Well, shall we
All right,
put the
let's-
costume? So we're just going to do a little.
We'll be right
costume
back.
thing.
Come on.
Be right
Go this
back.
way. Oops, sorry.
I can dress him if you guys want to answer questions.
Oh, that might be good too. He's gonna dress him if we want to take some questions.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So.
Anybody? Questions? Anything? Go ahead. I can't hear you. Usually, I mix blue and a little black and a little green. I don't know what you use this time.
Yeah, I've got this one. It's a nice one. It's charcoal, it's called, which
Yeah.
is just a nice, and you can add a little blue or green as just
Yeah.
depending on the skin tone, and you get a nice.
I tend to make up, but like I said, I'll take black. I'll cut it with a little bit of like a vein tone or a green, just something to give it that not so black look, but that dark. You know.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
Sorry? Brand, it's European body art. They're right there on the Alcone stand. But it's just great because you just, so many times you've kind of ended up with that palette. You just end up with a stack of palettes because they've all got bits missing and it's just like, you never have to have that again. And also you can make up, I've put those palettes together for the way I like to color. So you can select your colors and then buy other ones and you can switch them out. So if you're doing a makeup and you want continuity of your palette, you can just switch out what you don't use, put in what you do use and have a palette specific to an artist. So it's just one of those ideas you just think, why didn't anyone think of this sooner?
Yeah.
We've all got stacks of those palettes lying around with holes in
56
them.
pallets in your kit. Anybody else? Go ahead. How long did the face take?
It was 2 days to kind of block it out and work out. It was one of those you kind of had to start it and change, tweak, just to try and the scale of it and see what was going to work. So it was about 2 days blocking out and then floated it and another day of just detailing. Chavon NSP medium.
The arms took me about, like I said, I roughed them in a day, And then same thing, just took another day just to finish them and just clean them up really nice, and then I molded them in a day. So 2.5, 3 days like that just to knock them out. If I want, yeah. Yeah. Same thing, Siobhan too. Yeah.
Why did you use the Platzel Gel 25?
I just really like it now. You know, over the Plat Gel 10, it's got that lower viscosity, so it's easier to fill the molds, especially with narrow cavities like the back of the head. These are all injection molds. At 10, I prefer to normally use kind of, you know, squeeze molds.
Yeah.
What do you call them here?
Squash molds.
Squash molds.
Squash molds.
These molds, squash molds, squash molds.
Aluminum, aluminium, whatever we're going to do.
And but a time factor was the getting this done. So I used fiberglass molds and injected. And of course, if you've got very narrow, it's like if you look at the back of the head or across the forehead, it's very thin cavity.
Oh.
So it's got a nice low viscosity. And
Hold on, steak. All right, we ready? You think?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Popeye.